Thank you for joining us today for Levy Park On Demand. I'm Stephanie, and today we are going to do rainbow milk, a fun project that you can do at home with household ingredients. So before we get started, I just want to go over the supplies that we need for this project today. So one of the things that we'll need is a plate or a shallow dish. Anything will work. White works great because it goes with the milk, but any color works as well. We need some cotton swabs. You can also use your finger if you'd like. So if you don't have any cotton swabs, your finger will do just fine. We need some soap that we'll be using today. We'll have a little bit of food coloring to get the rainbow action. So I have 4 colors that I'll be using. And then we need milk. So for this particular project, the higher the fat content, the better. So for today, I'm using whole milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a moment to gather your ingredients if you haven't already. So we'll just take a quick pause and then join me when you're ready. All right, now that we have all of our ingredients, what I'm gonna do, because sometimes I can be a bit clumsy, is I have an extra cup here. So I'm gonna pour some of this milk in a cup so I have a little bit more control, especially with the wind outside. I am afraid that I'm going to spill everywhere. So if you are like me, make sure that you ask an adult to help you with this particular project, or do like I did and portion your milk out in something a little bit more easy to pour. So to get started with this project, I have my clean plate in front of me and I have my milk. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour my full fat milk. Now, if you don't have whole milk and you maybe have half and half or cream or something like that, that would also work if your only other options are non-fat milk or something that has a lower fat content. We'd also be curious to see how it works. We have not tried it yet with soy milk or coconut milk. So if you guys want to try that at home, definitely let us know how that goes. But once I have a nice coating of milk here on my plate, I'm gonna go ahead and get out my food coloring. For me, what we're gonna do is see how this soap is gonna interact with the fat in the milk to move the colors around the plate. Since the colors are gonna end up moving around the plate later, I'm gonna group them closely together in the middle of my plate here. So I'm gonna do 1 drop here on the edge of green. I'm gonna do a drop of red. Put my lids on nice and tight. Like I said, I sometimes have some clumsy accidents, so I wanna make sure that those are all set before I move on. A drop of blue. And then lastly, we're gonna do a drop of yellow. Okay. So now that I have my colors kind of positioned here, you can see I have a little bit of a thicker layer of milk, and since I am using a gel food coloring, my food coloring kind of floated to the bottom, which is gonna be fun, I think, once we get our soap out and see how this project goes. I have an extra paper towel here just to help me keep it clean, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna coat my cotton swab with a little bit of soap. So now that I have a nice coated cotton swab, what we're gonna go ahead and do, and we're gonna let you make sure you get a good eye on this, is we're gonna touch the soapy cotton swab to the milk. And what we'll see is the ingredients in the soap react with the fat of the milk, and similar to how we kind of wash our hands now to get the germs away, this soap is gonna push away the colors on the milk, and we'll see them move through the plate. So are we ready? Here it comes. And look at that movement already. You can kind of see how the colors are being pushed out based off of the soap that I have on my cotton swab. And the residual soap that's in the milk is pushing out more of the color. I'm gonna go ahead and get a fresh cotton swab, and we're gonna try it again now that our colors are really starting to mix. So again, let's coat that cotton swab nice and good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and let's just play with color. So we not only have a fun way where these colors can interact, but we can also see a little bit how soap repels things around it and move them away. So that's why it's really important to keep washing your hands now and forever. I wanted to thank you all so much for joining me today as we played around with milk, color, and soap. We would love to see your projects. And again, if you have any feedback with what milk you used at home, whether it worked or didn't work, please share that with us in the comments below. You can also share your pictures or videos of this project on our social media at Levy Park Houston. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then lastly, if you would like to support Levy Park and all of the programs that we do, feel free to visit our website, levyparkhouston.org, and you can donate from there. Thank you so much again for joining us for Rainbow Milk. We'll have more Levy Park programs on demand available through Facebook and YouTube.